The Four Tops have so many stories, wonderful. Most of them happy, some sad. We had some great times together. We actually grew up together. We learned because for 10 years we worked out in all the different places. We worked like Vegas lounges. We worked in New York in the Board Circuit. We worked the Chitlin Circuit. We worked reviews like the Larry Steele Review, the Idlewild Review. So we did all kind of different works. Didn't make a lot of money then. We traveled with Billy Eckstein as a backup vocal for 2 years. So we learned how to live together. The stories we have of the moments we shared together, they're precious. I can think of many of them, and I'm just trying to think of a really cute one because some of them are private. Those are the ones I remember the most, of the private ones. In a moment, I'll think of a good one.
Oh, yeah, I had a moment the other day. We come out on stage and everything, and we started with MacArthur Park, and it was just absolutely wonderful. The crowd was smiling, and you're right up on them and everything. We broke into Baby, I Need Your Lovin', and the crowd, I noticed they're just like overly excited. And I'm like, my God, is everybody here on uppers or something? They were just, as soon as I got close to the crowd, they would scream, and I'm like, wow, did they like the cologne or what? Well, finally into the third song, I think it was Bernadette. And one of the young ladies that was sitting near the stage, she's like, come here. And I was like, huh? And she was like, your fly is down. And it was just totally down, and everybody else in the audience knew it but me, right? And I was like, now I have to figure out how can I zip this back up.
When we left Motown, which there was a couple of reasons why we left, the first record company we sought out and that came to us was ABC Dunhill, and they had these writers, Lambert and Potter, and they played these two songs for us, Keeper of the Castle, which was the first release, and then Ain't No Woman. But they played them, and we knew they both were hits, and that's what sealed the deal for us going there, because we really know that music and hits is the key. Wherever you go, if you got the songs and you can deliver them, it can happen. So we didn't even ask any other question. When we heard the songs, we was ready to sign the deal, which we did. And we talked a lot about it after we recorded, and we said, well, we all decided we should release Keeper of the Castle first, because that was a hit, but we knew Ain't No Woman would be a bigger hit. It would be better to have a follow-up stronger than the lead one, as opposed to letting the strongest one go out and don't have a strong follow-up. So we calculated that one. Coming from Motown, I guess we started thinking like a record company. And we all decided that was the way to go, and it really worked. Keeper of the Castle went close to the top 10, which let people know that the Four Tops was still a viable group, even away from Motown, which proved the point to us. When we left Motown, we weren't sure if we were a total product of the Motown family and umbrella, or could we really do it? So it was like a real adventure for us to seek that out, and right away we found out we can handle it. TNT came about from the 25th anniversary special. Berry Gordy and his team put together this idea of Four Tops and Temps singing together, exchanging songs, and that's like a battle royal, And evidently, we really realized that people like that. That was one of the highlights of the show. There was many highlights, of course, but that was one of them. So myself and our manager, Ron Strasser, said, wow, Duke, that would be great to take this on the road. So we talked to the Temps. He said, yeah, we would like to do that. And so we put a show together, and that was 1983. Now, we've been doing at least 40% of our engagements every year is still Tops and Temps. Everybody likes that pairing. It's a good combination, because people have been putting us against each other ever since our first records together. There's the Temps fans, there's the Top fans, and there's the fans that like them both. And they always compare, well, who's the best? And we're really two different groups. It's not who's the best. We both are totally different, but if they think that, that's wonderful. And they still do. They still come to the show. Well, we're going to see who's going to cook out tonight. So people love that. We have a lot of fun with it, and it's enjoyable. And it's been carried out throughout the world for all these years, well over 20, almost 30 now. Being inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, or any Hall of Fame that is part of your career, is really a milestone. That's almost like the ultimate compliment to you, your group, your longevity, your talents. It's it was really a highlight of our career. I mean, because when you start out, as kids from the ghetto, you don't think in terms of ever becoming rock and roll or a Hall of Famer. You just, you want to do something big, and you want to make some money. You want to be able to take care of the family and stuff like that. And hopefully, you make it big. You have big dreams, but you still don't think in terms of Hall of Fame. So when we inducted in the Hall of Fame, to me, that's the ultimate gift. Aside from many others that we have, that is probably the ultimate gift from the world, from the peers, is to anoint you with the rest of the people that you hold very dear in your head. So it's really a milestone, very precious to me.
Wow,